Unless otherwise indicated, all the following scripture quotations are taken from the Holy Bible, New Living Translation, with copyright by Tyndale Foundation, used by permission of Tyndale House Publishers, all rights reserved.
I've read a couple of strange comments about Noom, so I thought I'd check out why everybody hates them. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am the one they call Peachy Pie, and you are most welcome to join me here. Okay, maybe I was being a little bit dramatic. Not everybody hates Noom. A lot of people are saying, wow, it helped me lose weight, but I think that if you starve yourself, you will lose weight, but it's not going to be sustainable. So let's take a look.
Hello, my name is Laura and I'm a registered dietitian, and I'm going to start a new series where I'm going to review popular diets and why I personally would not recommend them. So first up is Noom. So this became a lot more popular over the last year. I see the ads for it everywhere. And my biggest issue here is that they often give 1,200 calorie recommendations. I've had clients who have come to me after saying that that's what they were recommended, and that's actually the intake needed for a 2-year-old, and eating that little can mess with your metabolism.
I would think that that's a bad idea, to do something that could mess with your metabolism. But here's the thing, I did not know that. I don't count calories. I don't give a damn about calories. I don't have time to take it up. If you do, and if you have mastered the art of counting calories, I admire you. I don't much care for the sport, but eating too little sounds like a serious problem.
My second issue with them is that they use an outdated red light, green light system around food, where higher calorie foods are red, meaning you shouldn't eat them as much. And a lot of nutrient dense foods like nuts, seeds, avocados, peanut butter are put into this category, and one that creates a guilt mindset around food, but it also cuts out so many foods that have a lot of benefits. And when you eat too low fat, that can mess with your hormone health, and for women, disrupt your menstrual cycle.
Yeah, I don't need anything messing with my menstrual cycle, okay? I don't need that happening. I don't think any woman needs that happening, because messing with a person's menstrual cycle can completely throw off how they track their periods and how they track their ovulation periods, and that can also lead to unwanted pregnancies and those kind of things, so that can be problematic.
And the last reason I would not recommend Noom is because their coaches are not qualified nutrition professionals. So at the time I'm recording this, all they say is that you need a degree in a related field, but don't say what that is. And their training is only 75 hours, which if you compare that to a dietitian, you have a bachelor's in nutrition and dietetics. A lot of dietitians have masters, and that will actually be required starting in 2024. And then you go through a minimum of a 1,200 hour internship, and you have to keep up with continuing education units every year. So compare all of that to just 75 hours of training.
I think that when it comes to your health, it's better to have a registered professional who knows what they're doing in that specific field to actually undertake any work, like medical wise, and give you medical information. Look, I'm not going to say that Noom doesn't have good doctors, because you can have really good, very well-meaning doctors who are not like dietitians or anything, or people from those related fields, and those are just the policies for training and those kind of things. I do think that the registered dietitians, the ones who have studied for a long time and have been in practice for a long time, are going to have more experience and be able to help their clients better.
And the issue here is that these professionals are not screening for disordered eating disorder behaviors, which is really problematic.
Okay, so then we see why it's important to have a registered professional to help and assist you with your weight loss and with your diet. It's concerning, because these individuals, like she mentioned, are probably not going to be looking out for this disordered eating, and these disorders are going to play a huge role in your weight loss or weight gain, and also going to play a role in your self-esteem as well.
I signed up for Noom, so you don't have to. For starters, their sign-up page was a nightmare. I accidentally paid for the full fucking program when I was trying to just opt for the trial. They kept switching the buttons around where you would click I want the trial or I want the full program. So I accidentally bought the full program. Now I need a fucking refund. We've automatically upgraded your account. Damn it!
that is some seriously shoddy business practices right there, because that is tricking a consumer, especially knowing that in order for them to get the trial version, they would need to enter in their credit card details and those kind of things. So this is really dodgy, and I hope that somebody reports them for this.
And now we've got the fact that Noom is very notorious for giving extremely low calories to people. They gave me, a 6-foot, 200-pound male who's very active, 1,400 calories a day. And I was truthful with my answers. I didn't manipulate the system whatsoever. Let me say that again. 1,400 calories they assigned me. For reference, me personally, and I know this from my own experience, I can lose weight when eating 2,900 calories a day. Here's a screenshot of my food log where it has 1,400 calories available. I hadn't logged anything for the day. Imagine if I were an average-sized woman. What kind of calories would they have given me?
According to some of the comments I've seen and a bunch of the other TikTok videos I've seen, which were too many to include really, a lot of other people were saying that no matter what your height or weight is that you enter, if you are, I think it was for females, they give you 1,200 calories a day, irrespective. So it's not really personally catered like they claim, because they claim that they're going to give you a personalized diet plan or whatever kind of eating plan, whatever that they're doing, but it's not.
And they claim to care about having a healthy relationship with food, but they label foods green, yellow, and red. And protein, like chicken for some reason, is labeled yellow.
Chicken is yellow? Why wouldn't chicken be green? It's like protein and light meat. I don't understand that. Maybe the skin of the chicken makes it fatty or something, but I would have assumed that chicken would be like really up there on the, okay, you can eat as much as you want of this. And as a KFC girl myself, that's a dream, but I don't need Noom to tell me that.
We can all agree that we should be eating lots of fruits and veggies, but really, you're going to tell me to moderate my protein intake? And using the stoplight system to label foods, that's demonizing foods.
Yeah, I can see how that would be demonizing foods, the red, green, yellow thing. I could see how you could make people go, protein. But I'm like, I know. Even if it's a subconscious reaction, because people would avoid things that are good for them because they've now associated it. Remember, the whole thing about Noom is it's a psychological thing. So you would now associate things that are potentially really healthy for you, right? Like nuts and seeds, like the dietitian mentioned, as something that's bad, because you're programming your mind to change the way that you think about food.
Think twice about eating that steak. Better not eat that peanut butter. Next up, I went ahead and I added my weightlifting session from today, and they said that I burned 572 calories, but how do they know that? They don't. Even if I had been wearing an activity tracker that logs your calories burned, those aren't accurate. They're anywhere from 27 to 93% inaccurate.
That's crazy. I did not know that those things are that inaccurate. And I was considering getting one because I'm trying to get healthier. It's a big deterrent now for me. And also, Noom's app is basing a lot of its information off of essentially a guesstimate of what's going on. So you could have either lost more calories, or you could have burned more calories or gained more calories during that period. And the watch is not going to accurately reflect what's going on.
But wait, it gets better. I wanted to see what that would do to my calories for the day, and guess what? They added calories back in based off of my exercise. Huge red flag. What that does is it promotes the idea that you need to earn your calories for the day by exercising.
Can someone explain this to me? I'm hella confused. And I think that this might be the area in which they are manipulating people. Because people are confused and don't understand why it's problematic, they don't understand why it's flawed, and they don't understand what they're doing wrong. But they're losing weight, and that seems to be good.
That's disordered. That's unhealthy. Pop quiz time. Which item has a lower caloric density, grapes or raisins? Who the fuck cares? Me personally, I'd probably eat the grapes over the raisins, but saying one is better than the other? Come on.
So what's the point of this pop quiz, really? I mean, maybe it's just to create awareness, but I don't really see much value in it.
I want to go back to the sign-up process really quickly. They put up a study that shows that people using Noom keep the weight off for 9 months. But what they don't tell you is that the research actually shows that most people can maintain weight loss for 9 months. It's the multiple years after that when people start gaining the weight back.
Yes, I have heard of this, that it is possible to keep the weight off for up to 9 months, but it is harder to keep the weight off over a longer period of time, which is why so many people are unsuccessful in long-term weight loss. I think it's kind of easy to get into a rigorous training program for a short period of time, but after a while you get really tired of living life like you are in the army, being very strict with how you eat, and maybe the times that you eat or what you're eating and how much you're eating, and then you go, oh, I'm so tired, and then you start all that eating again and then gain back all the weight. And that seems to be like where this recurring problem comes from.
Now, as far as I can tell, they have absolutely nothing in place to prevent somebody from saying they want to weigh like 90 pounds. They will literally create a custom plan for you over the next 4 months to help you get down to 90 pounds. I wish I were kidding, but I'm not. And when I gave them my weight loss goals, I just said I wanted to get down to 180 pounds. It's extremely reckless, to put it lightly. Noom is a crash diet disguised as a lifestyle change.
That's just really crazy and extremely reckless. I have to agree with that. I have no idea how a lot of these huge gaps got either past the marketing or the engineering team or whatever, the app developers, or even just the people that sat down and thought up this company and this whole idea. There's a lot of gaps and a lot of red flags that just leaked all the way through from the beginning stages of the planning to the final product, and it seems as if they're not gonna fix it, and they're potentially leaving that responsibility on the shoulders of the customer or consumer to make the adjustments themselves. And I think that the problem comes in where they are entirely trusting the consumer too much, who will probably have very little knowledge of how things work. And so I don't think that this will work out very well for a lot of people. Sometimes we maybe put a little bit less of how much we weigh onto applications or whatever. Sometimes we lie about what we've eaten. Sometimes we forget what we've eaten. So this app, I don't think is accurately going to be able to track those things and help an individual with their everyday life. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I've learned a lot. I will definitely be avoiding Noom unless I would like to try and die. I'm being too dramatic here. But yeah, so I will not be using the Noom service, although I'm very grateful for the cringeworthy ads. And let's go to our scripture of the day. Your scripture of the day comes from Psalm 17 verse 2, which says, "Declare me innocent, for you see those who do right." Alrighty then, thank you so much for joining me. If you have used Noom before and it worked for you and you are happy, be sure to hit me up in the comments. I would love to read what you've got to say, because I could just be completely wrong about everything, and maybe I just have a flawed or biased opinion, and you are welcome to your opinion as I'm welcome to mine, but I'd love to hear yours. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also enjoy your day further, because you absolutely deserve it.
그대 잠깐 눈을 붙일 때 나는 마음에 물을 붙여요.